Commitment, day 4. And this comes right out of the Bible. And I'm not trying to make you a Christian, I'm just using a book to make a point. Jesus was watching all these people make their donations into the donation plate. And all these rich people were donating, in today's time, $100 bills. And this one little widow was sitting there, and when the plate got there, she put in a mite, which was about a penny in that day. And Jesus told his disciples, he said, do you understand that woman just gave more than all those other people did? Because she didn't give out of her generosity. She didn't give a tenth of what she had. She gave everything she had. You can say she was the first person to ever be all in. Now, would you say she was committed? She gave everything she had. These rich people gave a tenth of what they had. That's commitment. You know, I use athletic analogies a lot in this curriculum. And I don't mean to offend someone that's not in athletics, but since I was 13 years old until I was 67 years old, my life was dedicated to athletics. So most of my stories are going to come from athletics, and I'm sure you can take the athletic part of it and make it fit what you are. When I started coaching at this school, and we started spring football. It was the first spring we were there. And after a couple of days, we had a staff meeting, and I said, okay, I need to know who's compliant and who's committed. They said, okay. So each coach gave me the name of the kids that were compliant and not committed. And so the next day I called them in. Instead of going to practice, I called them in. And I said, we're not going to practice today, and you guys don't need to come to practice anymore. Because you're compliant. You come to practice because you have to. You come because you're on scholarship and you have to be here. But you're not committed to this team or this school. You're just compliant. And we can't win with compliant people. And I told you that the day I got here. And you are every bit the example of what compliance is. So don't come to practice anymore. I'm not taking your scholarship. You're still on scholarship. But you don't need to come to practice anymore because your attitude is a cancer. And it spreads to those other players. And they looked at me, gave me that real hard look and everything. Got up and left. And the next day, one of them came to me about 30 minutes before practice. And he looked at me and he said, "You will never send me home again." I said, okay. He went on to be the best receiver we had. He went on to be an all-conference receiver. He went on to be a state champion coach and a very successful man with a great family. And years later, I asked him, I said, what happened? He said, well, Coach, I went home and I called my dad and I told him what you said and how sorry and stupid and ignorant and mean you were. And my dad said, well, looks to me like you got two choices. Come home or be committed. That's it. Said the man told you that if you weren't committed, you need to go home. Well, son, I'm not trying to be mean to you, but looks to me like you got two choices. Come home or be committed. Well, he became as committed as anybody I ever coached. That's what committed is. So many people, they think because they go to practice today, we're committed to football. I get there right on time, and as soon as the practice is over, I'm the first guy out the door. I don't even take time to shower. I just get out of there. I am committed to athletics. Or the student that goes to school and they get there every day right on time. As soon as class is over, they leave. They don't spend any extra time on it, and they say, I'm committed to education. Or they're the Christian and they say, I go to church every Sunday. That's it. Every Sunday. Or most Sundays. And I am a committed Christian. It don't work that way. Commitment means all in. It don't mean to be compliant. Just because you come to practice every day means you're going to get tired. You got to be committed to get everything out of it. You see the hole that you put into, the hole that you invest in, it's the same hole profit comes out of. So when you commit in a big hole, you know what comes out? A great profit. The size of your commitment determines the size of your profit. How much do you commit to this curriculum? The size of your commitment to this curriculum will determine the profit you will receive from this curriculum. You've got to commit to be the best you that you can be before you become the best you that you can be.